We are here on a journey of one hero that will change Azeroth forever. That hero is the legendary Icebreaker.
Why not?
He has come far, come wide, come long, all the way from being a level 1 in Goldshire. No, not that's not it. Okay, how about this? Okay, okay. Our lonesome hero has come far and wide to.
No way.
No, not that either. You sure?
Sure.
Uh, all right. So no epic intro. You don't want to do any of that.
No.
No epic intro. Oh, okay. You just got to chase then. All right. Yeah. So our legendary hero, that's strong, and yeah. See now. This is the problem. When I say you're strong, you flex, but when I want to do this whole epic intro, you just wanna, you just don't want it. You just don't want it. You don't want it.
No way.
All right. Well. All right then. I guess no epic intro. I guess it won't go down in the storybooks of his history. So. All right. Oh guys, it's Final Kiss, and I'm doing a playthrough Paladin, and let's go on adventure. Let's seal the fates of time. Let's go find James Clark because he's wanted, and we have to start as a lowly mercenary, a bounty hunter, somebody who just wants to, make a living because we're apparently going to be the heroes of Azeroth sometime soon, and down the Lich King, kill Illidan, and stuff. Apparently. So, anyways, even if we don't fulfill the legendary tales, we can at least kill this man that is wanted for whatever crimes that he committed, whatever crimes that just whatever. You know what? You know what? Crusader one-shot macro. You didn't see a judgment, guys. It was a Crusader strike, one-shot macro. Promise. No smoke and mirrors. The real deal. It's gonna get banned. It's gonna get nerfed soon. It has to. It's too OP.
Greetings.
The fine linen goods. Well, I have to bring 6 linen scraps to this fair maiden in exchange for my epic loots of armor. It's always been a nice place, Elwyn. Just going here and seeing this fancy banner that's around this logging camp.
What can I do?
Marshall McCree, let's see, turning in a bounty. Yes, I killed this villain, and justice is served. Yes, why yes, justice is served.
King's honor, friend.
Alright, while our fair hero is out doing menial tasks like getting linen scraps or bundles of wood, I'm going to go over with a few things that's going to be happening in the future. I did say in my other videos that I'm going to be doing more than just WoW, so I wanted to be able to show more games. I like TF2 a lot, actually, and I'm planning on going to comp. I want to try it at least, even if I do bad. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to have fun with friends. And in the end, that matters. So I want to try 6s, and if that works, well, I'm gonna do 6s then. I'm gonna try Scout. Me and my friend Spectre, who in the video that's coming up, we were dicking around at like 4 in the morning, which was really fun. It was we went around and just sticky launched ourselves places and market garden or whatever it may be. It's still the fact of having fun, but WoW's my main focus still, and I'm gonna be leveling this Paladin, because I actually really I want a max level Paladin. I did have a level 85 Paladin, but like I say, he's on a server, and I don't really touch him, and he has all the transmog gear I like, so if I ever do anything, I might decide to transfer him for raiding and PvE only, and then keep this one for PvP. Because, from past experiences for me, I'm not very good with, I'm, I'm not very good at managing characters and money with PvE and PvP. I get, bloodthirsty premates? Ooh. I don't think that's what I think it is. But anyways, I don't really have the managing skills for PvE and a PvP character. I just never really did. I try with my rogue, you know, and back in Kata when I wasn't really that, you know, I really loved PvP, you know, back in Kata. It was fun, and you know, rogues are pretty good. I mean, they're all right now, but they're really good back in Kata, and I really didn't have all the means to keep both sides, PvP and PvE, because I would always see myself doing more PvE than the other. So you know, it does just it just got more or less confusing for me with time and management. So I'm gonna have multiple characters. I'm not gonna do any PvE content with maybe for screwing around, but I'm not gonna do any of that. It's not really worth it. Not really what I want to play as. I'm getting Steam messages. Anyways, but that's pretty much it. Now, I mean, if you guys like TF2, I'll have that in a separate playlist. But I'm gonna set a schedule up doing like some TF2 videos, and I'm gonna start a playthrough on Betrayer because that game's awesome. I got really close to beating it, and I really wanna bring it to show you guys how good of a game it is, and that whenever it's on sale, even if it's not, it's totally worth the money if you don't have it already. If you like games that are exploration and you don't know the story, you're not pointing in a direction, you don't have a compass on top of your map telling you, hey, go north, you need to slay a dragon and save the townspeople before the dragon eats them. No, it's nothing like that. It's more or less, you washed up, you gotta find what happened, and you know, you go around collecting notes and clues, and when you find all those, you find out what happened. And whenever you find out what happened, you know, it's all about what you want to find. If you don't find out everything, well, you don't find out everything. That's just how it goes. But it's actually a really, really, really fun game. And there are some parts that it scared me. You know, I'm not a big fan of horror games because I really was out. And I mean, I don't really play a lot of scary games. You know, I want to, but I'm too scared to. Like Amnesia: War for Pigs. Like, I heard the storyline on that was like phenomenal, but I never bothered with it. Because, well, I'm scared of games like that, and I don't really play it. I like to play games to entertain myself about me, you know, me feeling like a badass, or me trying to and getting killed, or even more or less just being on an adventure. You know, I like that. That's what I like about Betrayer. It's not really a horror oriented. It's made to just you know, just as an exploration and adventure game, and I really like that. I really like that about Betrayer. And I don't know why I'm killing Murlocs. I'm supposed to be collecting wood, but I mean, the game's just really fun, and I'm gonna show you guys how fun it is, at least to me, how important it is to me. So let's collect this wood here and return it to the lumber mill so we can get paid to pay our taxes. You know, so we can still keep our retired home in Elwyn Forest, killing the endangered gray forest wolf. I do like though how I didn't think that using the enchantment on my axe would actually mean something, because I didn't bother ever doing BOA leveling, you know, stuff like that. If I got my hunter to 90, I swore I'd never level another character, because that was, I mean, not bagging on hunters, because I don't know, they look fun at 90, but leveling up was just so boring to me. Like, it was, to me, it was really difficult to level, because not that the fact that it was hard, because mobs are easy. That's the thing. They were so easy that it was boring. Like, I would just, oh, look at that, huh? Oh, and a mob, cool. I'm gonna you know, just kill it before it reaches me. Pew pew pew, dead. I don't know. I really don't like that. I mean, I played a warlock, you know, And what's cool about the lock is that you got demon form. If you're demonology, you could be this awesome demon thing that terrorizes, destroys, shadow magic, summon imps. What? I mean, that's just cool. Destro, you can be this flame wielding, warlock, all about destruction and chaos. Or you can be affliction, where dot up a target, kill them with sickness, pestilence. Almost like the Death Knight, but more or less curses and agony and pain. You know, it all has different playstyles. With the hunter, it's pretty much the same thing. Like that's what I come to the conclusion of, and that's why I really didn't get into it because it still felt like you're using that bow, using that gun, you're firing your arcane shot, chimera shot, aim shot. You're just there's no special. It doesn't feel rewarding. It doesn't feel good that oh my gosh, that hey, I'm actually I feel like this powerful sorcerer or this powerful warrior that can destroy. You have no like it's like if you're playing a game like Counter Strike or Team Fortress or Battlefield and you have this you have the especially in Counter Strike the L96. If any of you guys play Counter Strike, the op, we all know that it's a one-shot sniper rifle, and when you use that rifle, you feel it, like you feel it, boom, the shot, you know that it's powerful, you know that that target's dead if you hit them. But when you play a hunter, to me, it just feels like you don't feel that the amplitude. You don't feel the whole fact that oh man, I'm firing a gun, I'm blowing someone's head off with this sniper rifle that I spent weeks farming Karazhan for but no I don't feel it. I just didn't. I mean, at level 70 I did get my legendary bow and I was pulling like 18k DPS, and I was pulling like 18k DPS, and if anything that that just really made me feel it. But now max level, I just don't feel it. Just don't. Sorry about that. I had to shut my Steam off because the messages were ridiculous. Um, as I was saying, I just don't feel the power in it. Like, I just don't. I mean, maybe people will disagree and say, well, get it to 9 and get it geared, maybe be different. I don't see that ever happening. That's just me, though. I mean, if you play Hunter, it's cool. I mean, it feels like to me Hunters have too much at their disposal from playing it. I mean, I leveled the class to understand it, understand how to counter it, to understand it from a perspective of like, hey, you know, I fight this class, I lose. Why? Not because that class is extremely OP, it needs to be nerfed, or no, you. No, I wanted to learn why. I wanted to know why I was doing bad against a hunter, why what they're made of, what they can do, why they're so special, so on and so forth. And I got to that point, and after leveling that hunter, and even not even having it at a max gear or anything, I could still understand the fact that hey, this is why hunters are good. This is why they're really they're fantastic for PvP or PvE because their damage output, their diversity, the fact that they can the fact that they can have a lot going on and they can still do just as good. But if you like the hunter, then that's really cool. I think what irks me about them is they have so many anti-rogue abilities or anti-everything melee abilities, honestly. Like, believe it or not, like, if you want to defend a class, I mean, it's up to you, but, I mean, they have a lot. They have traps, they have a flare, they have a pet, they have a lot of CCs, scattering shot, the traps, even the fact that you can fear druids, which is pretty cool. You can fear the beast druids, or druids that are in beast form, which is really, really, really cool, and I've seen a lot of good hunters do that. But it seems like to me that, the hunters have a bit too much. And, I mean, I can say that for other classes. I mean, I can say that for rogues, even for burst of speed. So reading a forum thread about it, and I agree that the burst of speed needs to be changed. They changed it like this because no one was using it, but it needs to be changed to the point where it has charges, and the charges last like 5 seconds, maybe 8 seconds, and and it makes you immune to roots, snares, and and slows while it's activated. I mean, yeah, we have a sprint ability, but the sprint, you know, I don't want to hear, the whole rogue argument of step for life, oh, hey, step for life, you know, step and sprint. No, because what are you going to do when you get slowed? Are you going to use Cloak of Shadows? Are you going to waste a cloak on a slow? Like, you don't want to waste a cloak. I mean, you want to keep that cloak for when, you're taking heavy spell damage from that mage, or taking, when that mage uses a frost orb, or when that death knight uses his winter ability, the one that like does the wow, I'm so bad at this. The winter storm one where he freezes everything. I don't play a death knight, I don't know. But anyways, the point is that you want to save that cloak for moments like that. Either that or make the cloak time low. Make it like a 30 seconds for a cloak. You know, I mean, other classes, they have like immunities and all this other stuff like spell reflex immunities and absorbs and I mean rogues don't really have that. I mean, I'm not really asking for it, but I mean it'd be nice to compensate. I mean, we beginning of mop, we sucked, whether you want to believe it or not. We sucked. I quit. I quit the game. We were doing wet noodle damage. I mean, I don't know what the hell went on, but we had some alright talents. Our level 90 talents sucked ass. It was like versatility, versatility, mark for death, or what was it? Anticipation, and no one. What the hell is versatility? What was that? Why was that even implemented into the game? But it should have just been a glyph. Like they did it, yeah. Like they fixed it. They did. But getting off topic with the hunter thing, they have a lot, and a lot of hunters are complaining, and they're whining about, oh, my pets are losing CCs next X pack. I'm losing scattershot next X pack. What am I gonna do? Well, you could actually look at the other changes the class are getting for one. I mean, besides monks, because they're not really getting hit, and death knights aren't really getting hit. But you could look at the other classes. That's what I did. That's how I was felt the same way. Then I looked at the warrior, what they're losing. They're losing Barry's losing a good bit too, and Paladin, what they're losing and getting. The priest, what they're losing and getting. Everything else is getting and losing things. Blizzard ain't just picking on you, hunters. They've always liked hunters. Ever since the beginning of time, they always liked hunters. They've always liked hunters, mages, and priests. They're their favorite classes. I mean, honestly, it seems like I like the hunter. I like the idea of the ranger. If there wasn't a rogue class, I'd definitely play the hunter. I mean, that's the second class I'd play. The whole feel of how could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. Ranged, assassin. That's how I feel survival should be. My opinion on survival, it should be survival should feel like they should have the only one to have camo, and they shouldn't have a pet. The only one who should have a pet is Beastmaster, and this is why. Survival should be all about ambushing, ranged poison damage, elemental arrows. You should have elemental arrows. Like, you should have, like, fire arrows, frost arrows. You should have, like, slow, you have a concussive shot, but what if concussive shot was replaced with frost arrow? Where you turn it, you activate it, and, like, it fires an arrow to slow the target, and while they're slow, they take more damage to non-fire-based attacks. That would be really cool. And it wouldn't be useless either. Survivals, no one plays it. Survival's based off the hunter, the dark hunter that in lore, the whole dark ranger with the shadow, the black arrow, the explosive shots. Why don't we have more elemental arrows? I mean, I'd play it if it would. If hunter, if the hunters had more of that instead of all being linear, because they're linear just like the rogue class, and that's what I kind of feel bad about it.